Welcome to the campfire. Today, we're diving right back in. So we're trying to save up the money for the wharf, because that is going to make a huge benefit for us, both in income and in our combat capability. We're getting close. I don't know if we can actually steal the wharf blueprint. I mean, maybe we can. Ideally. I have been working on leveling up our agents, so they should, in theory, we have one guy who can maybe do it. It might also not work. There is a really low chance of success in stealing module blueprints, but it does require experience. Oh, all three of our guys are now leveled up that way. So, in theory, what I want to do is this. I think fine meal works here. And we'll see if we can get it through this means. We've got a couple attempts at it, basically. That actually might work to since all three of our guys are actually capable. Oh, we can only do this one at a time. Got it. Fair enough. Alright, I was thinking, oh hey, I've got three guys that could do this, let's send them all off. No, we can't do that. Thinking about just moving these guys away from this, but that also opens up our traders and miners to assault by the Xenon. What I want to do next is we should build what we have here down on this gate. Which in theory will push them against the hop, which doesn't really help, but it doesn't really hurt us either. I'm actually surprised that they're pushing this way more than the other way, but whatever. So while we're at it, let's do this the way I know how to do it. And then, is it the Z direct? Yeah, it's the Z direction, but then we'll go a little wider and taller. Yeah, but we got the money. But now that we have the plot, what I want to do, first and foremost, because I should have done this first, is move Delilah's Swan Song group. Come on. Down to there. We'll send our builder to build. Defense station. Flip this bad boy around 180 degrees ish. Yeah, there we go. That should work out just fine. Confirm, assign the builder. Our builder is busy. Got it. Well, we'll take anybody else's. Helps if I actually look at what's going on. Okay. Bring them in. It's actually a rather cheap station, too. We can always build it up as needed. Then we'll have them just sit on the gate and protect it while it's building. And then we'll not have to leave Delilah Swansong sitting down here. That's the plan, anyways. We own this sector. We'll also grab this one up because we can. Of course you were. Who, where? Oh my god, another one. Wait, that's not there. That's Yeah. That's even more. When did those happen? Those were... Oh no, those are the ones that I was working on already replacing. Advanced composites and... Okay. Did those get built yet? No. Either which way. So that's the plan. Defend this gate. Then we don't really have to worry about that area for a while. Things are heating up over here and we can start trying to push on up here. One thing I want to do, plan build, and set this up to only buy from us. Because we manufacture just about everything we need for this station. So we'll get all that money back very shortly. There we go. We'll get this started. Well, I knew I should have sent these down before I even started building the station. Maybe the destroyers will clean this up along with... and we can actually get moving on it. Otherwise we'll just restart the build. Not a big deal. Looks like the main components are coming in, then these will start moving. Shouldn't take very long for it to build. This is a lot of ships to defend. Ideally, I mean, hull is 0, but it always shows 0. Yeah, 2 destroyers would have been enough to protect against this small fleet. Especially with the way I put flax on them. Either way, we are moving on. This needs to go to the composite station. This needs to go to microchips. Next thing we want to do is really, I mean, we're just trying to make money. Maybe I should look around for some missions that'll actually pay us out. Who knows? Grand experiment. Oh, that's the teleportation mission. And we have a Heron en route for that one. Where are you? Is that really? Did we finally get everything in there? Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, everything's been delivered. We're good there. So this should start any minute now. I would think. Ideally. Oh, come on. Advanced electronics, yeah. We don't need any more. Alright. Well, we'll wait and see how that one pans out. While you're doing that, we will send you down to trade with the build storage and deliver those whole components, or whole parts. Grab Delilah's Swan Song crew. Have them destroy that build storage. Oh, they can't. Never mind. Where's our Hyperion? I'm gonna send it off to go see if we can find any station missions or something to bring us in some cash. Could do Argon versus Xenon. And Terran versus Xenon, we're already kind of in the middle of something with that. So where does this take us? Somewhere out here, if I remember right. So if we teleport to the Hyperion, we should at least see where it wants us to go. Yeah.
Entering system. Ore belt.
Okay, so there. Remove orders, start flying. There we go. Okay, so Bozota is ready. Yes.
Ma'am?
Which means we go to Grand Exchange.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
How do I do it? Oh, I probably have to go to him. That only makes sense. Let me
Entering
make sure.
system. Grand Exchange.
Right, so we got another minute and some on that. Let's go to the science lab and see what Boso can tell us.
Hello there. Hello there.
Nothing? Then how do I implement this? Is it anything over here? No. That's a storage. Maybe if we go to our office. I vaguely remember how to do this. I just can't remember. No. Prepare warp experiment. How?
As this is the first
there we go.
attempt, I will limit the scope to this sector to help improve accuracy. I will require a beacon to be placed. I will warn you that I expect a significant blast wave, which may result in far-reaching destruction. I suggest you place the beacon in an unpopulated location. Although I am somewhat curious how destructive this blast will be. When you have finished placing the beacon, come and speak to me.
There. Alright, so we need to get a navigational beacon. Do you have one? Yeah, we got one. Let's put that up over here. Call it good there. Okay, so we got a blueprint. No, we failed the blueprint theft. How did he fare? He is injured. 20 minutes. Fair enough. Okay, so they both have prestige. This one has none, so let's swap to that for you. Can't seem to find a ship that has anything other than low prestige. Steel module blueprint. We need 5 security slicers. So let's...
If you are happy with the beacon's placement, return to the facility and we will begin.
Yep. We just need to talk to Bosota for that, but I want to see what would it require me to make... Security slicer. Okay, I just need to grab those. Well, let's deal with this real quick. Kind of curious to see what happens.
Hello there.
Alright.
There appeared to be ships at that location. They would be unlikely to survive. Would you like me to continue?
Hold on. What? Then... Where's the Mako? Alright. So everything there wouldn't survive. Got it. Let's put it way over here? Or what if we went more central to the system? I don't know. Let's do it over here. That'll be fine.
I am prepared. Shall I initiate the process?
And now we go. Come on.
Charging the
Hides.
Let's see what
Goodness
happens
me.
here. Oh, that disappointing. I was hoping it was going to be much cooler than that.
Hello there.
It was not. I mean, it was still kind of cool, but it wasn't
seems to have been
that
successful.
Cool.
Hello there.
Yes.
We have collected an immense amount of data. This will keep me busy for some time. Thank you for allowing me to conduct this experiment.
Fair enough. It helps us. It really does benefit us. Let's see here. Secondary embassy upgrade enabling management and deployment of maximum number of agents. Or let's do
If you
this
could,
one first.
please gather the required materials.
And this. Yeah, we'll do that one next. I mean, it turns the headquarters into a super weapon, 1, but 2, it also makes it useful for a lot of other things. So we'll work on getting that together. Alright, so you now... How close are you to being done? Not very. All parts... We just need Claytronics to be coming in. How many? Helios. Or Huron. Huron's probably fine. So let's take a look at... How many Claytronics do you need? 620. Alright, I'm gonna get these materials moving. Alright, Bosota has a proposal for
Very
us.
well.
What is it gonna be?
Now that we have the ability to relocate this station, I have been thinking about the opportunities that would open up from our station being in another location. Wait for it, terraforming.
Okay. Cool.
Originally a Terran term, obviously, I suppose. It is the process of transforming a world's environment to more closely match the narrow parameters that complex life requires. The effort and materials required truly boggle even my mind. But they are necessary if we intend to bring a new and welcoming equilibrium to a currently inhospitable world. This
Fair.
station's technology, combined with a mind as sophisticated as mine, contains truly remarkable depths of potential. Still, we will need to extend this station in order to produce the required technology. Your mission overview will have the details.
Fair enough.
Now, before you ask, do not expect this to turn a profit. Even if you do, but is profit really more important than leaving a lasting and positive mark on the galaxy?
No,
Of course not.
no, it's
I have
not.
taken the liberty of researching specific opportunities and adding them to...
Okay. So that adds another thing we can do. And to be fair, Boso's not entirely correct. It does give us the ability to do some things that make money. Just not maybe in the way that the game would normally expect us to be making money. Oh, they built a factory way out here at the edge of space? Stop. You're gonna run straight into that station. That would be bad for us. Now, where does he add the terraforming to? Or do we have to... I think we have to research this first. Which is fine. Takes 10 seconds after we get all those materials there, and we can get those materials there relatively quickly and cheaply. It says it costs 44 million, but we could just move everything ourselves to there. For now, I'm going to move us to... Actually, the Hyperion should be in location, right? Hyperion, where are you? You're right there. Yeah, this is...
Entering system. Atikva's
Where are you
choice.
trying to go? Weird. Then this station is... Everything except for the turret components are more or less there or will be there shortly. So that station can almost fend for itself against even an eye. Hopefully. Which will drastically reduce the number of ships going in and out of here and causing problems for us. Only reason I'm even bothering to block it up is because of all of our ships come in and out of this way. Then we can start working on over here. And continue the Yaki plotline. We also need money so that we can build our wharf. Because yes, destroyers would be ideal for the stations. As we learned last time, if you can mass produce small ships, they will take care of a station for you with some losses. The carrier groups did rather good work, especially if you use missiles. So send them out, have them do the missile damage, run them back real fast. And another thing I've noticed is that smalls aren't nearly as terrible against stations and larger ships this go around because of the improvements to the flight model. And to address a... There is something I do need to address. Somebody asked me in a comment on... Isn't using medium miners better than using larges? No. Now, that's the short answer. The long answer is, let's look at this. So most of the miners are going to be worse than...
I was asked
Oh,
to
God,
awaiting
shut up, go
orders.
away. Hopefully don't die. Most of the miners are going to be worse than using a large. Now, you can make an argument for the alligator being more or less on par, because it has 2 mining lasers. It also has 2 mining drills. Its mining speed is better than any of the others. Its actual storage capacity is crap. It's the lowest. It is also one of the faster miners in travel speed, which kind of balances that out a little bit. So, I mean, you're talking minute amounts of difference there. But let's look at the Plutus, the one that I tend to use because pound per pound and dollar for dollar, it is the best one out of the mediums. It's the most cost-effective one. So, you're looking at 11,000, almost 12,000 storage, and that's, I believe, the same between gas and... Yeah, it is the same. You also have the 2 turrets, as long as you set them to mining, which we will have to do elsewhere. Oh yeah, this is the gas I'm looking at. It's a mineral. 2 mining turrets. That's fine. 1 Mark II mining drill. That's fine. It does relatively decent speed. Okay, so this is as fast as the alligator. Never mind. The alligator's crap. But there's a different problem here. So it is true that most of the larges are not great. Let's look at this one, 8,000 travel speed, but it's got 38,000. So it is equivalent to about 3 mediums. It has no direct mining drill, but it has 4 mining lasers, or 6, 7, one being a large. The other benefit to it is it has mining drones, and the drones help do the collecting and the mining. It is as fast at mining as 4 of your mediums. But, hold up, it only has 3 times, and then some, the storage capacity. It's also faster. It's a lot faster. So that 2,000 meters per second actually adds up quite a bit. But the Paranid one is not the best one. The best one is actually, oddly enough, the Talati. Because it's only 8 million. It is worth, to be fair, at high preset, I believe 8 times. Let's double check that number. High preset, no, it's worth 5. 5 of the mediums that I would normally use. And to be fair, that amount is considerable. But the storage capacity is just about 5 times. Travel speed's still faster. This one's a little slow. That's understandable. If we put Paranid drives on it, it would be faster. I think if we put Argon drives on it, it would be faster too. So the best drives you want to put on them is the Terran, because they're slower max speed, but they get up to speed far faster. Almost instantaneously. Almost, not quite. It also has more mining turrets in total. About 3 more. Same amount of mining drones. But there's a hidden 4th option. So I would argue that the larges are on par price-wise, or stats-wise, to using the same number of mediums that it covers. So 1 large, I roughly argue, is about 4 medium miners, both in time spent mining and how much they mine, and how much they gather to your station. The biggest problem that they have is the price. You're correct. Once we can build our own, even better. Doesn't matter then. Price is not a factor. But the thing is, look at how many ships we have to use. 25, 20, 10, 8, 12, 9. I mean, the more you scale up, the more that number grows. We have almost 100 mining ships just floating around between like 3-4 sectors in here. That slows down our FPS a lot. Versus we could bring this down to about 15, 20 ships. I mean, I have a fairly beefy computer. And all these ships moving around once I get into sector, or if I'm looking around on the map and it has to show all these things, it bogs down. I go down to about 25 FPS just on the map screen. You get in sector, I go down to about 15 if everything's in sector with me. It is not great. So that is the reason I slowly, once I hit this point where I'm making money and I can do this, as I lose medium miners, I start swapping out for larges. Because it's easier on the simulation to run smoothly. And then I should say, another thing to consider is how far away your ships are going. If you're close range, the crane is going to be the best large you can use. For longer distances, like our ships insist on going, you're probably actually looking at... Is it this one? No, this is about the same as the crane. Oh, the Magnetar's not bad either, because it's got about the same setup as the crane. You're probably looking at the Paranid ones, the Chthonios, because these are super fast. Travel speed of 10,000 meters per second. I mean, yes, they have the lower storage, but that more than double speed is actually really good for the super distance. So I should probably be using these instead. And overall, there's a few numbers that you will have noticed in there about the travel drive acceleration. The travel speed is lower, but that acceleration actually matters a lot. The charge time is only 3.5 seconds. Dang near instantaneous when it comes to travel drive in large ships. And then the travel drive acceleration is incredibly fast as well. It gets up to that top speed really quick. Not great. Not great on their miners, but on their actual capitals, it's actually rather worth. Because this charge time is 14 seconds. More than 3 times. But that acceleration is pretty high. In general, your larges are going to be better. It seems to take longer to get to the end state. But pound for pound, they are better than your other options. Than the mediums. What I do recommend is not swapping all of your larges out or all of your mediums out for larges. Make your workhorses the larges and then mediums to supplement. You know, instead of having 25 here, I plan to have, 5 of each large and then another 5 mediums to supplement. 3 of one type, 2 of the other. Because they will gather quickly enough, but they'll also gather amounts that kind of fill in the gaps that any kind of delay with the large then would cause to be a problem. So no, it's not swap all your dump mediums, buy stock in larges. It's use larges for your heavy lifting. Use the mediums to fill in gaps. And your PC will thank you in the long run once you get towards mid to late mid game to late game, or late mid game and onwards is probably a better way to have said that. Where every little ship that you can remove from what you're having to look at saves your computer just that little bit more processing power for other things going on. But with that, I am going to call this an episode. If you like the video, like it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, witty remarks, recommendations, and suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to. Join the Discord if you want to. And as always, have a wonderful day.